Good evening and welcome to Leeds Met News. I'm Chris Hitchings.
And I'm Charles Clark. The top stories today. The 15-year-old accused of murdering his teacher appeared in court via video link today.
The £250 million trolleybus scheme is facing scrutiny amid criticisms of its value for money and environmental impact.
And firefighters in Yorkshire have joined a national walkout over proposed pension cuts.
The pupil accused of stabbing his Spanish teacher, Anne Maguire, has appeared at Leeds Crown Court today via a video link. Our reporter Charles Clark went along to watch the opening of the case.
The 15-year-old boy accused of murdering schoolteacher Anne Maguire appeared via video link at Leeds Crown Court this morning. The defence submitted no application for bail and the defendant will remain in youth detention accommodation until his trial later this year. Anne Maguire was 61 and a Spanish teacher at Corpus Christi Catholic School. She'd been a teacher there for over 40 years and was just months away from retirement. It was a brief hearing that lasted only about 20 minutes and Anne Maguire's family did not attend, although there were glimpses of one of her daughters outside of the courts beforehand. The judge presiding over the hearing was the Right Honourable Geoffrey Marston QC, and he reminded the court that the public have just as much responsibility as the press in keeping information about the accused and the school sensitive during the time of trial. Preliminary dates have been set for the plea, and that is set at the 11th of June. Also, preliminary dates for the trial have been set for the 3rd of November. However, this information could change as the defence gathers its evidence. Because the accused is 15 years old and the case is now active, the law defines that the press and the public cannot, through print, broadcast or social media, reveal the name of any information that will identify anyone involved in a case or talk about the background or medical history of anyone involved. This is to make sure that the trial is fair and a jury will not become prejudiced. The family yesterday faced the accused at Leeds Youth Court for the very first time. They later read tributes and messages to Anne in a private service at Corpus Christi Catholic Church. They also laid a wreath, which joins hundreds of other tributes that consist of t-shirts, teddy bears, and handwritten notes. It's clear to see how important Anne Maguire was to so many people in the community, but today's hearing was also a stark reminder that the public have just as much responsibility as the press with regards to social media in respecting the law and the trial that is to come. Charles Engwell, reporting for Leeds Met News.
Leeds City Council and Metro Transport Services are facing further scrutiny prior to their plans to install a trolleybus service running throughout Leeds. The service, expected to start construction in 2017, is set to cost £250 million and would run from the Holt Park area in the north of Leeds right through to the Stourton region in the south. The trolleybus promotes a huge reduction in congestion and claims to boost local economic output by over £175 million. However, critics of the programme have suggested that the service represents poor value for money and would damage the environment. The ongoing public inquiry sees citizens grilling officials of the trolleybus project and chiefs of transport service Metro.
Hundreds of firefighters at stations across the country have started a 3-day strike today about a dispute over pensions. Firefighters at Gipton Fire Station walked out at 12 p.m. in a protest against the proposed pension cuts. Our reporter Georgia Sharp was at the scene.
Today, firefighters at this Gipton station and across the country will strike. They are protesting against what the Fire Brigades Union describe as unsafe, unfair and unworkable pensions. These proposals include increased retirement age and changes resulting in a high-cost pension.
In a nutshell, there's three elements to it. Do you want to pay more, work longer and get less at the end of it? And they basically are the proposals put to us some 3 years ago now. Our members back then said no, we want to remain on our pension scheme that we currently get, paying a certain percentage, and we expect to retire at a certain date, and we expect to receive a certain recompense when we do that.
It's been 17 weeks since the last strike. I've had plenty of time to finalise an agreement. This has been ongoing for the last 2 years. So
Firefighters face being sacked if their fitness decreases. This causes concern of living without an income as they cannot access their pension until they turn 65.
Most firefighters, as government service, have proven I will not be fit enough to do the job after the age of 55 to 65. And that has a massive impact if someone pays into a pension from when they first join due to ill health, they have to retire. They won't receive their pension until they're 65, which I think is totally wrong, totally unfair.
I'm Georgia Sharp, reporting for Leeds-born News.
Students are protesting today about the selling off of student debt to a private company. After assembling outside Leeds University, they marched down to Leeds Metropolitan and held a demonstration opposite the campus. The students are concerned that a private company will only want to make a profit and current regulation will be undermined. They say selling off student debt could lead to education being dependent on students' economic situations.
With the Yorkshire Festival of Culture well underway, an unusual piece by Leeds-born sculptor Thomas Halsago has been unveiled outside Leeds Art Gallery. David Purcell spoke to the curator of the gallery to find out more about the sculpture.
I'm here outside Leeds Art Gallery, where a sculpture by Leeds-born Thomas Halsago has been erected in preparation for Tour de France as part of the Yorkshire Festival. I've come to the Henry Moore Institute to speak to their head of sculpture studies, Lisa Lefebvre. Just give us a bit of background about Thomas Halsago.
Yeah, of course. Thomas was born in 1972 and he was born in Meanwood here in Leeds, and he studied at Leeds College of Art. Then after studying at Leeds College of Art, the City of Leeds gave him a grant and he studied in St Martin's School of Art in London. Then after that, he went to De Ateliers in Amsterdam. So he graduated. Like most artists, he had absolutely no money, no way to live, and through a network of friends, he decided to move to California. And step by step, he really started to establish his artistic practice. And that's in a way where he really became the artist that we know him today. And what's really exciting about this commission, about bringing Thomas back to Leeds, is effectively he's coming home. It's the first time his monumental sculpture has ever been shown in Yorkshire.
I was just wondering how you think the sculpture itself will help impact the art culture in Leeds.
In a way, Thomas's sculpture was just installed literally last week. People are going to like it, people are not going to like it, but most importantly, people are going to ask questions about it. And for me, the biggest impact that I would really like his work to make is to inspire others.
With the Leeds Festival of Culture well underway, it looks like the ghost sculpture is going to be a welcome addition to the festival's cultural heritage. I'm David Purcell from Leeds Met News.
This bank holiday, over 15,000 music fans will descend on lines live at Leeds. Over 200 bands will play 20 venues in the third largest city in the UK. Headliners will include the guitarists from The Strokes, Albert Hammond Jr. and local band Made Good, Pulled Apart by Horses. The festival kicked off today with the Unconference, a day-long series of talks and discussions about the music industry. Since its inception in 2007, the citywide festival has hosted Mumford & Sons, Jake Bugg and Bombay Bicycle Club. Their philosophy has been a mix of local talent and national legends. Live at Leeds is an unmissable event in the festival calendar.
Earlier this morning, Prince tickets have gone on sale for the first concert by the performer in Leeds. He'll be playing here for the first time in 20 years, and fans formed long queues at the Trinity Shopping Centre box office. Our reporter Fern Crawley spoke to a famous fan about the artist.
I'm here outside Leeds' first direct arena after it's been announced that the artist Prince is to play here on the 23rd of May. The artist, who has sold over 100 million records, is expected to sell out in a matter of days. Prince Rogers Nelson is known for hits such as Raspberry Beret, Purple Rain and Kiss. He's had 10 platinum albums and 30 top 40 singles to date. The American singer-songwriter also has an Oscar, a Golden Globe and 7 Grammys under his belt. It will be the first time in 20 years that the artist will play in Yorkshire, and he will also be playing in Birmingham, Manchester and Glasgow. Tickets for the Leeds show start at £65, a price that is clearly not deterring his fans. As you can see behind me, dozens of people are waiting to get their hands on the Prince tickets. I'm here with actor Jim Millay, who amongst other things is known for his role as Hannah's dad in Hollyoaks. So Jim, what are you waiting for today?
Queued up to get tickets to Prince.
Prince is going to play in Yorkshire. Are you excited?
I'm very excited, yeah, that's what we're about. It's only announced this week, so it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, you know.
Well, with such a great turnout today, the artist formerly known as Prince will clearly have no problems filling up the arena. I'm Fern Crawley, over to you in the studio.
And now with a roundup of the sports news, here's our sports reporter Alex Price.
There's plenty going on at Headingley Stadium today. We've got the Leeds Rhinos versus the Wigan Warriors. Kick-off is at 8 p.m. The Leeds Rhinos are currently second in the table, but if they can secure a win tonight, they will move on to the top of the table. And the two unis will continue to battle it out, Leeds Met versus Leeds University in varsity tonight. The match kicks off at 5:45 p.m, just ahead of the Leeds Rhinos. I spoke to Stephen Costello from the Leeds Rhinos club earlier.
Yeah, so tonight we've got two games. First one is Leeds Uni versus Leeds Met. That's in the Rugby League varsity for this year. One strong team, one probably not so strong team, so expecting Leeds Met to thoroughly thrash Leeds Uni, actually, to be honest. There's a pretty gulfing class between the two teams. Following that, we've got Leeds Rhinos versus Wigan Warriors, top of the table clash. If Leeds Rhinos win, they get top of the table, so that'll be really good for us.
And the cricketers are playing this afternoon here at Headingley Stadium as well. It's the Yorkshire team versus Lancashire. Yorkshire played earlier this week, the first team, however they were defeated by Middlesex. I'm Alex Price, reporting for Leeds Met News.
And finally, for the weather, it's been a lovely day in the region today and it's set to continue into tomorrow. There's going to be sunshine all day with highs of 13 degrees and Sunday promises to be a little cooler with cloud cover. Bank holiday Monday will hit highs of 14 degrees and it could be the first time to get the barbecue out this year. Is that something you'll be doing this weekend, Charlie?
Well, if the weather holds up, I certainly will be.
Fantastic. Well, it sounds like it's going to be a good weekend all round. That's all we've got time for this evening.
I'm Charles Clark.
I'm Chris Hitchings. Have a good evening.